So since it's on my channel, I'm gonna address the elephant in the room. It's been a month, so that's my bad. So I'm sorry. It's been a month. I reacted to the new David song. I really liked it. The video may not ever come out, so we're switching it up a bit today. We're all four of us are going to be ranking MCU films, not TV shows. And I know it's a bit of different content than usual, but I don't care. So yeah, we're gonna get right into it. My name's Josh. So now you speak.
Yep. That's usually what happens.
I'm Ryan.
I'm Zach.
And I'm Jaden.
The happiest
Muffin
man
Dan
alive.
over here, bro.
Let's get right into it, okay? So Zach has informed us that he is uncultured and has never seen a single MCU besides Spider-Man.
Yes.
Yeah.
And Guardians of the Galaxy.
Okay, so
I'm ready to learn, though. I'm ready to learn.
Okay.
That's what matters.
Well, so instead of him ranking the films that we put on the list, stop touching my feet with your grippers. Instead of him ranking the films, he's gonna rank how cool the covers look compared to what we think of the films themselves. Okay, starting off with the Incredible Hulk. Is there a way I could like zoom in on the photo or something?
don't
Here, I'll pull it up for you. That's really not that much bigger than what you see. So that's the cover.
It's cool.
It's pretty cool.
So is the guy in front, is that the Hulk as well?
That's Bruce Banner,
okay.
and then he turns into this green guy.
Okay, that's cool. I like that. Compared to other things I see on the list, I'd probably put it at like maybe top of B. I think it's a cool like dynamic. You see the guy and then his character right behind him, you know? It's cool.
Okay, so yeah, so as for the film wise, I thought the film wasn't too bad.
Yeah,
It's
it
definitely
stinks like shit.
but
It was meh.
but like I think the Hulk design was pretty cool compared to what we have now.
Yeah, or like the early on, like the CGI and the effects that they used, it was like way ahead of its time. So I think just ranking it based on when it came out, it would be like a B. But based on now, I'd put it in a C. So I'm okay to put it in a B. Or
I think B or C. What do you think?
Genuinely, I couldn't tell you one thing in this movie that stood out to me.
All I remember is the design.
All I remember is this one scene where he's in like a park and he throws some.
Okay, so
That's it. And I think that's because I use it as a GIF sometimes.
we'll put it in C for now. We'll keep it there.
Yep.
Moving on, the classic Iron Man. That's a phenomenal film. I was gonna originally edit
you're not even showing the tier.
Well, no, I was gonna put like photos up along like the way, like as we did it.
Why don't you just put it in the corner? Is that possible?
Well, yeah. What's under here? Nothing. Okay, so let me just add that real quick.
Up in the corner.
Wait, hold on.
Wow.
Oh, there we go. Where's the camera? Where's the camera? Oh, there we go. Okay, hold on.
All right.
Hey, okay. So we'll get Zach's opinion on the cover.
I think it's cool. I mean, I obviously know that Tony Stark is Iron Man, so you got the side by side there. I don't know who the other people are. That looks like Taylor Swift a little bit from here.
Jesus.
Close.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't think it's as cool as the Hulk. I'd probably put it in a C or D for the cover.
Okay.
Anyways, you guys talk about the actual movie.
This movie.
So I'm gonna completely disagree with that ranking. The movie itself, S tier. I think that's the only logical thing. Bare minimum A. If it's below an A, you're just wrong.
This movie really gets me going, and I very much enjoy it.
I loved the entire Iron Man trilogy.
The trilogy?
The 3 movies.
People hated on the second movie. I completely disagree with that. The second movie is probably my favorite suit with the silver suit up.
Yeah.
That suit up scene itself, we'll glaze that later.
I think it's just sequel bias, or non-bias, I guess you want to call it. Where people just hate sequels. You can't outdo the first movie.
Yeah.
It's bro, they can be their own tier of good. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
But I agree. The first Iron Man. Shut up. The first Iron Man.
Okay. Yeah. I think we can all agree there.
Yeah, for sure.
Iron Man 2.
I don't know. It's cool.
Big electric dude with the.
It's just I don't know who
With a
all the
stock
characters
photo
are,
explosion
so
in the back.
No, bro.
You got Iron Man, you got War Machine, you got White. I don't know why Black Widow's on there. She had 2 minutes of
I
screen
don't know.
time.
I don't think that's ridiculous.
Was this not
just for that reason? I think I'd put it in an F.
Is this the one with the Mandarin?
I'm joking. That one's pretty
That's
cool.
Iron Man 3.
Yeah.
What happens in this movie?
So this movie, right?
He starts at the racetrack and the guy with the whips, and then what happens after that?
Basically, he tries to get his lick back. You know, he's like, you can't disrespect my car like that because he breaks his car, right? He slashes his car, and then Iron Man flips over. So basically, what happens, right? He's like, yo, I didn't like that. Oh, and then Hammer Technologies. Industries. Sorry, remember the guy with the glasses? They had that court scene where apparently Hammer Industries. So I'm not talking to you. Because Hammer Industries is trying to recreate the Iron Man suit, and then a bunch of people are like getting injured because of it. So then
Of course.
and then the whole thing. So I think I don't know if it's as good as the original Iron Man,
not as good as the original.
but I think
put it in B tier.
I think it's still good.
I think it's top of B.
It's
top of B?
One of the top 3 tiers.
You said top B. There's nothing else in B.
yeah, it's like top of B. Like it's
no shit is gonna be the top.
It's at the top of B.
Yeah, currently.
You know what, guys?
Yeah.
You know what, guys?
That's what I'm saying.
I think he's right.
I think I'm right.
Moving on, a movie I've seen maybe once.
Is that the original Thor?
The original Thor.
I don't know if this is a hot take or not. I didn't like any of the Thor movies. I don't think that they
Not
were
even the third one?
I think I agree with that.
Yeah.
They're all kind of dudes.
They were all
The first two are completely forgettable.
I love the humor. Thor's like one of the funnier superheroes, right? And
The thing is, he's not even supposed to be funny.
No, they just made him into a clown. Like he seems like an idiot.
Making him fat in Endgame is just
that
like,
shit
I don't
was
even
crazy.
understand. Like that's
He's
just.
playing fucking Fortnite and shit, bro. that really connected with me when I was
Dude,
like,
last time I played
14.
Fortnite, I was like, oh, he's just like me.
That's what I'm saying. Like when I went to the theaters, I'm like, he's playing Fortnite. That's Fortnite.
Yeah, this movie is not good.
Yeah. So what do you rank the
Cover.
I mean,
cover?
it's okay. It's a little bit bland. You know, you just got those 4 probably side characters.
Those are all very important characters.
Yeah.
What do you think about Loki's face there?
Who's Loki?
The second
This
one right
this
there?
freaky little dude on the
Yeah,
left.
It's
Yeah.
his brother.
He kind of looks like you.
All right. So.
So F.
Yeah.
It's an E because
Yeah.
there's a worse one coming
Yeah. There's
out.
definitely
For
worse.
sure, for sure.
What's it
Oh,
called?
baby.
The first
The
Avenger.
first
Ooh,
Avenger.
that's nice. That's sick.
You like that? You like the little
Who's that guy in the back? Yeah. Who's
Yeah,
that
the
skull?
red skull.
That guy's
He's
name is
That's
Brad.
peeking around the.
The guy's name is Brad.
Yeah, it's Brad. It's the
Okay.
main villain.
I
Remember-
like the American flag as well. That's a nice little touch for Captain America.
I too
Honestly,
love patriotism.
I would put that either top of A or S. That's a really, really good cover, you know?
In my opinion, this is the best cover so far, and this is the best movie so far.
Yes.
So
You know what? I
it's an
completely
S
agree with that. I
Let's do
completely
it.
agree
Let's
with
do
that.
it. S tier. Give it up for the S tier.
Oh boy,
This is a slapper of a film.
they really just didn't miss from like.
That one's cool. I like that.
Yep.
So the Avengers is like just everyone from all
It's
the
like-
movies. Like,
yeah,
It's like a group.
It's
Okay.
a bunch
Yeah.
of people who are trying to like.
Because I see Thor, I see Iron Man, I see Captain America in the back there. I like that.
With
I
his
like
little
that.
shield?
Yeah.
You kind of missed Hulk.
Hulk,
The
yeah,
big-
I
yeah,
see
the
that. I
big
see the
green
big
guy.
green guy. Yeah.
Did you notice a different design? Well, actually, no, because in the original poster it was turned around, so
Yeah.
you couldn't really see anything.
Yeah,
Different
I-
actor.
I'd give that an A. I like them putting all the.
Is there? Yeah, there's like a closer.
Oh, there
yeah,
we go. There we go. That's a good one. Yeah, I
Nick
see.
Fury there.
Yep.
You got some explosions in the
Yeah,
back
some
showing that the
explosions.
city's in danger.
Yeah.
You
no,
like
I
that? You like that a
I
lot?
That. A
You like
tier.
that?
I'd give that an A tier. That's an
the
A
thing
tier
with-
cover.
Oh shoot, you can't see that.
Tower.
Nick Fury. Yeah, no, he was
Nicholas.
he was never there in the. He was always just sitting in that little helicopter.
Yep.
Helicarrier.
Just patrolling.
This
Okay.
is an S tier movie.
It's a 100% S2 movie.
Oh yeah. Okay.
No
Alright.
complaints. It's perfect.
There
It's a
were
beautiful
rarely
film.
any of the first movies, like for a superhero, that missed.
I'm looking at
in
two of them
Marvel.
right now.
Well, this fucking Thor and the Hulk, bro. Nobody cares about
The
Thor
Hulk
and
is so high up. You guys are actually like
Nah,
delusional
see.
little babies.
I
I
honestly, I haven't seen the movie in a
Tell
while.
me one
I
thing
don't
that
know.
happens in that movie. That
Uh,
isn't him throwing a plane in a
Doesn't he
Hulk.
like
Doesn't he like
fight
you don't
the
even know for
abomination
sure.
or something?
You're an abomination.
Okay.
That's just uncalled for. Flag on the fucking play. You want one more? You want a tech? Didn't think so. So let's apologize.
Don't look at me. Don't look at me.
Let's
You
apologize.
fight him now.
Let's apologize.
Apologize.
Apologize to me.
I will pull down my pants.
What?
Okay.
Iron Man 3. This is
yeah.
personally my favorite Iron Man movie,
I
but
agree. I agree.
but as if it's better than the original though, like there's a difference between the film being
Yeah.
better, but also like your
Yes.
personal favorite.
Is this the one where he finds the kid with the potato gun?
Yes.
Yeah,
That's cool. That's cool. I like that one. I like it.
Post it up on the chair.
Yeah. I'd probably give that another A. It's
Personally, I would put it at A. Okay, so I think A tier.
not A tier.
I
A
agree.
tier is that's a good. Oh god. Okay, Thor.
Thor.
The Dark World. Wow, that couldn't be any
That-
worse quality.
okay, that's
Oh,
good.
So like think about it, but it's only the middle.
It's only the middle. Okay.
yeah, because it's like that. You see.
This one,
Yeah.
I would be lying to you if I said I remembered anything that happened.
I remember
I
at
haven't
one
seen this
point
movie
this
since
this
I was
girl
young.
right here gets like red goop on her hands, and then she's like, and then it like goes into like her body. You know what I mean? And then like she gets like possessed by the red goop demon.
I just kind of make one to.
I think Thor's friends die. That's
show that.
awesome.
I think his mom dies.
Yeah.
Hasn't his mom been dead?
I think
It was in one of the movies. I think his whole storyline is his mom dying.
She either died in the first or the second one, and you can't really tell because there's no true discrepancy between the first and the second one. You can't separate them.
I feel like, no.
For what information I'm getting right now, I put it at D.
I put an F.
Yeah.
Put it an F.
This might be the worst film ever
It's like
made.
massive
Thor,
nothing.
Wow.
They did nothing with Thor.
Also, Josh, I don't mean to be that guy. You forgot to move the face cam back. Anyway, also, nothing happens in this movie for like 2 hours, and it's just like
It's basically a throwaway film.
A waste of.
All right. Moving on.
So Ryan was so upset by that past Thor movie that he just decided to walk out on us.
But it's fine because we're back at peak cinema. Captain America: The Winter Soldier.
Oh yeah.
I've heard good things about this movie. This is one of the movies that I've heard good things about. That's kind of sick. I like Captain America. You know, they're kind of like following him. You know, like you got that triangle formation. I like it. It's cool. It's cool. You get the ship in the back. I don't know. Based on covers, I'd probably give it like a B. Obviously, I haven't seen the movie, so I don't know what y'all are gonna rate it. But for cover-wise, I'd probably B.
Cinematography, phenomenal.
Yep.
The choreography and fight scenes, beyond anything I've ever seen before.
Like most of my favorite fight scenes in the Marvel movies come from Captain America. As good as the first one, maybe not, but still a great movie.
Moving on. Here we go. Guardians of the Well, you know what the cover looks like.
I've already seen the cover. I love it. It's a great cover.
You
I
can
give it
talk
an
about
S
the
tier.
movie also because you've watched it.
I watched it like 10 years ago when it came out.
But what did 10-year-old Zach think about it?
It was good.
Awesome. All right. This movie is actually amazing. I love everything about it.
It's phenomenal. And the thing is, Marvel took a risk introducing all these new characters at once, having nothing to do with the original like a storyline in Avengers, and it still worked.
Detached,
I have zero complaints about this movie. I think this movie is one of the few like perfect movies in today's generation. So
this is one that I remember like a lot of the details about. I have a really bad memory. And
I could tell you everything that happens in this movie.
I need to rewatch movies a lot of the time, but like I remember this movie like scene for scene. Like it's so good.
yes.
S tier.
S tier.
Woo! Okay. This is a controversial movie for a lot of people.
Age of Ultron?
Avengers: Age of Ultron.
I had this shit on DVD. I don't know how I feel about it.
Personally, I think it gets way too much hate for what it was. Ultron was
a
like
really good villain.
Yeah, this movie rocks.
I know. I personally love this movie.
I'm trying to like think about it and like remember specifics that happened.
Dude, God.
Every time Ultron spoke, it was the most philosophical quote
Didn't
in
he have
history.
like he had like that like British robotic-y voice, right?
I wouldn't call it British,
I don't think it was British, but at all.
but it was,
It was like-
robotic-y
Yeah, it was like I don't know how to explain it.
because he's a robot.
But I
It
remember
wasn't
it.
even that robotic, to be honest.
It was just like
It had robotic
Yeah.
themes to it.
Undertones.
Undertones. I mean, yeah, like that was Ultron there. I mean, look at him. Like that's a devious creature. You know what I mean? Like that's a creature of the okay. Bare minimum A tier, I think.
I would put it A tier.
A tier.
I can agree with
Let's
that.
put it A
I can
tier.
get down with that.
Ant-Man. I don't think it's as bad as people say it is. I don't think it's the greatest movie, but like it was pretty good. I think. I wouldn't put it above. Maximum I put it as B, but I don't think it's like because you seem like you hate it. I wouldn't
hate it. I don't like it.
No,
I wouldn't put it above B, and I wouldn't put it below E.
No, I'm a C.
A C?
I'm a C.
Well, okay, but I don't think it's the same tier.
I think it's better than the whole.
I think it's
all
better than the
pile.
whole. I think it's a
It's the
C
whole.
plus.
So let's.
I'm down to move Hulk to D.
Oh,
baby, yes.
I'm down to move Hulk to D
We can
and
move-
put
we-
Ant-Man. Oh,
we
sorry.
can move
Sorry.
that.
What's your opinion on the cover?
Yeah, the cover.
So I mean, this one I don't feel like they put a lot of time into it. You kind of just put the main character in the
But-
front and then put the side characters in the back and then lowered their opacity.
I mean, that's literally Ant-Man too.
Yeah.
Oh, is it? Okay, I didn't know that.
This is the worst out of the 3 movies that Ant-Man has. This is literally the worst cover.
Yeah,
out of the
that's
3.
just I don't feel like they put a lot of time and effort into it. And so
Zach, I don't mean to be like that. This is the same exact cover template that has been on every.
Yeah,
movie.
I didn't want to be the one to say it.
that.
Yeah. So,
But
are you getting voters
But
fatigue?
they
Is
do
that what's
it.
happening?
They do it lame here. Like I don't know how to explain it. Like
Yeah.
Oh, there's the Golden Gate Bridge is back there.
I think for
right?
some reason he just has like a white aura around him.
For some reason.
Yeah. All right. So I think valid is C, and then moving Hulk down to D.
Yeah.
All right.
I'm okay to do that.
So far, I'm liking this list.
Me too.
I'm liking this list a lot. I would personally move this up to A, but like as long as it stays at the peak of B, then I'll be happy, a happy camper.
B+. Okay. Next up is just
Civil
the
War.
greatest.
Captain America: Civil War.
Oh,
But this is one of the most memorable movies. Even if you knew nothing about Marvel, you could click onto this and you see Spider-Man. If you haven't watched any of the other movies, you see Spider-Man, you see Iron Man, you see Captain America, you see all of these other heroes, right? And you're like, okay, now they're divided. They're gonna fight each other. It's a different
That's cool.
twist.
Fight to the death.
Also, I don't understand why it's a Captain America movie and not like Avengers.
They should have been Avengers.
Yeah. It definitely should have been.
Anyway, yeah, it's still a great movie.
Yeah, phenomenal. S tier is the only acceptable answer.
I agree.
Doctor Strange.
Doctor Weird.
this is like the first one where I just see one character. And I kind of like
That's
that.
true.
Pretty
That is
much,
true.
Because he's the only one that matters.
That's bonus points actually.
There's a bald lady.
I like that. I would assume he goes through portals.
Yeah.
He does? Okay,
Good
so
take,
I
good
get
take.
that from the... Okay, you know what? I'm going to give that... I give that an S tier because I obviously knew something about the movie.
Okay.
You know, the poster showed me that I knew something before watching it.
Now, for a poster, I'd say yeah.
It's simple, but it gets the
simple,
point across of
right.
what he does. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That portal looks nothing like what is actually in the movie.
No,
it's more
no,
sparkly
no,
than that. But as a film, I think it was serious when it needed to be. It didn't rely on comedy jokes like a lot of other films have, like Ant-Man a lot of the time. I mean, Paul Rudd is a comedian, but like, you know, the character Ant-Man itself was like a lot of a comedy character. And it's like, you know, it focused more on that than actually relying on the storyline. I don't think it's as good as like, I'd probably put it like B tier.
Yeah. It's
It's
a B.
like
It's
a solid
B to me.
take.
It's a B to me. You know,
Like, I want to say he's like my favorite, but like I know who he is. I'm like,
Yeah.
he's chill. And then obviously, like, especially in like old, like later movies, like
Yeah.
Infinity War and stuff, like he actually does, like he pulls out
Exactly.
some stuff. It's like,
and in the newest Spider-Man movie, when he comes in and he's like a mentor-ish character to Peter, and he's like trying to help Peter out or whatever, right? It makes you. This movie is where it begins. Those are the building blocks that make you respect him.
I agree.
as
I agree.
Who he is, because he, in this movie he can't really handle his powers as well as he wants to, and then you see his progression through movies, and it's like I have
Good
a
take,
soft
good take,
spot
good
for
take.
it. I'm a B with it though. I think the other ones might be better. I think the most recent Doctor Strange is probably my favorite.
Multiverse of Madness?
Yeah, I really like that.
That's fair. Guardians of the Galaxy.
It's not. It's good.
I can see both points of that, because Multiverse of Madness,
why don't we talk about it when we get to
Yeah.
it?
We'll get there eventually.
Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2.
This is,
A lot of color, vibrant
There's
colors.
a lot of colors, yeah.
that's a crazy take. This one's peak.
It's a good poster, don't get me
Wait,
wrong.
what?
It's a
No,
lot
I
of
didn't
colors.
say the second one was bad. I said I liked the first and the third one a lot more than I liked this one. I did not like this one. I still think this one's good.
I agree with that. I think it's very good. I don't think it is S.
I'd have it A.
I'd have it at A. Oh, like higher end of A.
Yeah.
I'm fine with that.
Yeah. I just don't think it like compares to the like it compares, but it's just like it just overall it's not as good. Like third one is when we get to it, we'll get to it. But
Loved it.
Spider-Man: Homecoming. That is literally taken like a clip from the film.
Yeah.
Like you could tell he's pasted in there.
Yeah.
There's so much Iron Man.
There's I was gonna say there's like a lot of there's Iron Man there and
Yeah.
Tony Stark. Like Spider-Man's only shown like once, well twice.
He's
but,
kind of like
they're
in the
showed the
back a
same
little bit. I mean, like,
mind you, he pops out more. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? So like when you see this poster, you instantly see Spider-Man.
yeah,
but it's like,
exactly. I don't really know what to give it. I mean, this is one of the few movies here that I've seen. So, I mean, I don't know. I like the movie personally. I would give it probably like, I don't know, an A or B. It was okay. The poster, I don't really know. It's okay. Probably an A or B as well.
I think personally, I really liked it. People aren't a fan of the fact that like Tony Stark is like mentoring Spider-Man. Like Spider-Man's supposed to be on his own, but like I think the storyline was actually quite enjoyable. You know?
Yeah. Let me attach on to the point that you put there. I think that this version of Spider-Man, him being a high school kid, right? The whole thing with Spider-Man is he's a high school kid. He doesn't know how to harness his powers or whatever, right? It's just something that happened instantly. He doesn't know what's going on. and they didn't touch on it in the other two interpretations of the franchise
Not true.
at all. No,
What?
They touched on him not being able to harness his powers, but they didn't.
The Amazing Spider-Man?
They didn't give him a true mentor. Who's his true mentor?
You didn't need a mentor. You're saying you didn't they didn't focus on high school. Is that what you said?
No.
I wasn't listening.
I'm saying that
That's
they didn't really touch on him enough as a kid who didn't know how to fully harness his powers by giving him a mentor, right? As somebody to be like, this is how you're. What do you want to say, man?
The Sam Raimi movies?
But we're talking about this movie.
Yeah.
He's saying in the previous
No, I'm saying
adaptation.
the previous two.
Oh.
In the Sam Raimi movies, there's like a 30, like not 30, but like there's like a 10-minute, whatever that's called, of like him trying to learn how to use them, and like.
Same with
Same with Amazing Spider-Man.
A mentor.
He didn't.
Oh, you're saying
He's a high school kid, right? Imagine you're a high school kid. You get bit by a spider. You have these radioactive powers. You fucking break down. You'd be like, what am I supposed to do now? At first you'd be like, oh, this is super duper cool. I can swing around or whatever. But then the city's relying on you to do whatever, right? And then you're like, oh, well, what am I supposed to do now? Bang. They gave Spider-Man Tony Stark. They introduced him into the mainstream MCU. And they made him not officially an Avenger in this movie, but they made him, on pace to be an Avenger. And I think that was a good route to take. And it was a unique view on Spider-Man. So I do like it. I think it's lower end.
It is a unique view. But I think if it's like, if the fan, or not even the fans, but like, as Spider-Man himself, I think his original core, so it's like he's like the whole point is that he's on his own,
100%.
But I do agree, like it was a unique view for this, and I did enjoy this. What do you think, Ryan?
Compared to the other Spider-Man movies and like their like debut film, it's definitely the worst one for me.
Okay. I'm thinking higher end of B, low A. Probably, I think high B. I think high B is like. I'll probably put it between Doctor Strange and Iron Man 2, is what I would do.
This movie and Doctor Strange are the same movie to me. Not like they're the same plot, but like I have the same amount, like the same feelings towards them.
Yeah. That's valid.
Yeah.
Here we go. Thor Ragnarok.
Ooh, that's a lot of color again.
Yes.
This is the most memorable Thor movie to me. I don't know if it's just because it came out recently or because it was like actually okay. B minus C plus to me.
I'd probably put it as C+.
I feel like this movie was like people liked it a lot more because they were like Thor has like such dog pile movies.
Yeah.
That like.
Yeah, it's
like,
just. I think it was just because they try to drown out the previous movies with comedy in this one.
Oh, this is. Oh.
But they did what they needed to do in this movie, and they introduced more characters because Thor on his own is not that entertaining. Because you can't do as much as you want to do. What do you think?
It's a disappointing
There's
look.
so many annoying jokes in this movie, though.
I think probably C. Probably like low end of C.
Yeah. Okay.
I think it kind of like compares with Ant-Man.
I think it's better than Ant-Man.
Better than Ant-Man? That's fair.
It's better than Ant-Man. I didn't like Ant-Man.
Yeah, it's just like it was like a good film. I think it just relied too much on the comedy aspect because it heavily relied, and then Thor 4 amplified that even more. It was just too much. It was literally.
Like at least this one had some scenes where like you could somewhat take it serious with like his sister and whatever.
Yeah.
But yeah, the fourth one was just straight comedy.
Black freaking Panther. Yes, sir.
I will look at you guys differently if this is not
I've seen
where
this
I want
movie.
it to be.
Yeah.
A lot of characters.
I remember the waterfall scene. That's what stood out to me.
That was good. That was good.
That was a good scene.
I think.
Another all-time fight scene.
Yeah.
What do you think, Ryan?
I really like it.
Okay. I think. I think we can all agree it's an S.
I think it's an S. Yeah.
Where does it rank? I definitely a higher end. I think. I don't know.
This ranking in the S tier is actually.
I liked Guardians of the
so
Galaxy
tough.
more than this movie, personally.
I
think-
disagree with that. I liked it more.
Yeah.
Than, I liked it more than.
I think this is a solid place for it.
Yeah, I would agree.
Oh my God! Here we go. Here we go. We're getting into it now,
This
guys.
is the best. Don't say that. Look at the fucking lineup. Look at. Okay, well, yeah, I guess we are getting into it.
Well, there's
It's
a lot of
it's
stinkers,
like,
but
it's like goaded,
So much.
poo-poo, goaded.
Avengers: Infinity War.
I don't know, man. I feel like there's too much, man. There's way too much on that screen. Like, I don't know why
Like, it
there's
looks-
so many characters. I don't know. I put that.
Well, but it was, so let me explain to
That
you. You
cover,
know how
like-
in the original Avengers movie and Age of
No, I
Ultron it
know.
had a bunch of characters, like in the
Yeah.
poster. I mean.
Okay.
Yeah, but that's so.
There's so many characters.
Well, this is
How are you
the
supposed to
this
see
is the
everything?
combination of all the other stuff after the second Avengers movie. You know, we had a new Spider-Man, we had more characters from Thor,
Yeah, but, like,
we had
you
the
know-
whole Guardians of the Galaxy introduced.
Yeah,
Like they're all
but
important
they
characters.
They can be like lower opacity. Like I don't know. They're all just
But
like.
they're all main characters in this movie. That's the thing.
I'm just trying to piss y'all off.
I frankly agree with it. It's so squished together.
It is very compressed, but like overall, like you need to know what's going on.
I think they did do a good job actually getting all the characters onto the screen, considering how many there are.
This too, just looking at the Chris Evans design there at the bottom, on the image there. This is one of my favorite Captain America designs. This is the picture on the side.
I like how he's calling it a
That one?
design. It's just how it
That one?
looks.
No, but it's like even the suit that he's wearing. Like it looks.
What do you think about the shields on his hand?
Honestly, I don't know. It takes away from the main shield. That's all that I can really say about it. It takes
I
away
agree.
from the main shield, but it makes him seem more human compared to Thanos, right? Like he's just trying to fucking.
Well, 'cause Thanos
he's trying
isn't
to get-
human.
I obviously, but
Okay,
if you line up a fucking super soldier with Thanos, it's gonna be a fight.
True.
right?
Yeah.
So they had to make him seem more like a.
I get that.
He's bald.
All right, I think we can all agree it's S.
Yeah.
Better than the original Avengers.
Yes.
Better than Guardians of the Galaxy.
Better than,
Better than Black Panther. Yeah.
better than Captain America.
Yeah, definitely. I don't know, like
That and Civil War is a toss.
that and Civil War is like they're hand in hand with like I know they're like in a sense two completely different films, but it's like I don't know.
Alright, hold on.
Dude, that looked like you were going in for a kiss. I saw that on the camera. It looks like you're going in for a fat smooch. We gotta go to class soon.
Let's
we
just
can get one.
Let's bang out the ones that don't matter.
Okay, so yeah,
Yeah,
let's just
speedrun.
so we got 9 minutes to get this done.
Okay.
So Captain Marvel, kind of a
B.
stinker. I think it's like on the same level as Hulk.
Endgame.
Endgame.
Let's
Let's
S.
I've seen Endgame and I don't get the hype.
I don't get the hype either.
I'm joking. I'm joking.
Okay, this guy was
I've
for
never
real.
seen
This guy was
Endgame.
for real.
It's good.
Oh
It's
come
not
on.
like.
Oh come on.
I haven't
Didn't like-
seen
Oh
Endgame.
come on.
So we're not gonna accept his opinion.
No, that's not okay.
I just knew that.
Now, some people say it's worse than Infinity War.
No.
I think it's better.
I
I think it's
I agree
probably. You agree with me?
I agree with you.
Yeah.
I think lasers.
I think it's like.
Yeah, bro.
I think it's. I don't know if it's better than Civil War, but like
I don't know
it
if
is.
we gotta sit down and watch all these movies again, man. But what are
That's
you
just-
talking?
There
This
is
is
some slower
insane.
part in Endgame that take away from my ranking. I know it does that to increase the storyline, but just as a Civil War, like there was also slow parts in that. But like I don't know, I feel like these also go hand in hand. I think these three just themselves are like
Yeah, those are.
peak Marvel.
Yeah.
Ant-Man and the Wasp, not as bad as people say, but still not the greatest. I think it just goes kind of with
Yeah.
Ant-Man. Spider-Man Far From Home.
Worst one in A. Worst one in A, in my opinion. Either worst one or A or best
I
one
haven't
in B.
This guy is completely stumped by your.
It's either worst one in A or best one in B.
Oh, it's a B tier. And best is crazy. I think Ryan will be happy if we put it there.
Sure.
Okay.
With that.
Black Widow, absolute stinker. I don't think it's. I don't think.
bro.
I'm not even judging it off the storyline in the film. I'm judging it purely off the CGI. It was dookie bun balls. It was
They just
so
take
bad.
period cramps out of the
Wasn't
movie.
good.
Dude, I
hate
thought that was gonna be the
paragraphs.
final boss.
Uh,
I've never watched Shang-Chi.
Shang-Chi, I never saw that either.
I heard it's really
it was
good.
really good. Really good. I don't know if it's S. It might be S tier. Dead S.
Really?
I'll put it high A. I'll put it high A.
I'll give it a spin when I get home.
It's very good. Very good film.
Never
Eternals
saw that.
Never
gets
saw
too
it.
much hate, but I think it's like same level as Captain Marvel.
Gets too much hate, but it's worse than Captain Marvel. Not possible.
Dude, I've watched.
It's pretty bad though.
I watched like the first half of this movie.
Yeah.
Never been less interested in finishing a movie in my entire life.
Yeah.
It's like
Well,
all the-
in that case, it goes on the same level as Thor, but like
all the
I think
commercials that I saw for it just made me like not excited. Like
they took the same risk they did with Guardians of the Galaxy, but this
Yeah.
just didn't work,
no.
in my opinion.
Was it a more serious tone or
It was more serious tone. Harry Styles was in the movie
Oh,
at the end in the
nigga,
post-credit
put it in
scene.
the F, bro.
I'll put it in E. I'll put it in E.
Like, good too.
No Way Home at peak. This is peak Marvel right here. I think this is a good ranking for No Way Home.
No Way Home.
Right here.
Yeah. Yeah. No
This
Way
is-
Home. That was, it was the
Many
best.
yes.
It was the best out of the trilogy.
You don't like it, dude?
See?
Why are you here?
What's wrong with it? That's what I want to know first.
it was like a good idea at the start. It's like, oh, they know his identity, it's a whole thing, and then he's like, oh, do the spell, and then he has to go on like a fucking side quest for like 5 minutes to go collect all these dudes, and then he's like, I'm gonna help him, and then his aunt dies like for like it's so forced.
That was not forced.
This is the worst opinion ever.
They were just in a building, and then the green gongoozler's there, and he's like, I'm gonna kill you, and then he does, and it's like, all right, awesome.
So we're not listening to his opinion. Multiverse of Madness, I think it's
sucks so much.
The visuals were pretty good, except for the post-credit scene with the eye on his head. That was like the worst scene I've ever seen in my life. But the visuals are pretty good.
I saw this in theaters.
I just think it's like the exact same as...
I liked it more than the original Doctor Strange. I loved the visuals and like the different route that they took with it. It seemed like at points not like a Marvel movie almost. I can't tell which side of the bridge you're on, man.
I'm on the side of the bridge that like actually likes.
Okay, Thor: Love and Thunder
sucks.
Trash.
Bad.
Oh
Pass. I don't know if it's F.
It's the best one in F. I'll say that.
That's insanity.
Come on, bro.
I think I would rather watch paint dry than
Wakanda Forever. It was slower, but it was pretty good. I don't think it's as good as the original.
I think it's worse than A. Personally,
worse than A.
It was worst in A.
Oh, okay, that's fair. It was still really good though.
What they did with Shuri is what they should have done for fucking Captain Marvel and Black Widow, but they fucked it up. They fucked it up completely. They made her look like a badass, and they made them look like jokes. They represented Shuri in the movie so well. And they turned her into the fucking Black Panther. It was so well done. It was emotional. And then those two were fucking jokes. Just jokes.
Quantumania.
Don't.
No.
Really? I actually quite enjoyed this movie specifically because of Kang. Yep.
Yeah, I like the part where he beat his girlfriend. That was my favorite part of the movie. This movie sucks! And so did Multiverse of Madness. So does Ant-Man and the Wasp.
I think they just all kind of... I think it's probably the best.
It's the best Ant-Man movie. I'll say that. Because it had the best villain.
Better than Ragnarok, I think. I'll put it
You gotta think about what's below it. Would you rather watch Ant-Man Quantumania or any of the movies below that?
Yes. I'd rather watch Thor Ragnarok than Ant-Man Quantumania. I'd rather watch the original Ant-Man.
No, like below, like in the other rankings.
In the other rankings.
Frankly... If I'm being frank, I'd rather watch the Hulk, and that's just because I don't remember.
You were petitioning to get it moved out of C.
Yeah! That should tell you much. I hate this Ant-Man movie, you dumbass!
Come on, bro.
Use your thick skull! That's the best one!
That's the best Guardians movie.
That's the best movie, period. That's the best one.
I think it's better than Winter Soldier.
Yeah.
Probably better than Infinity War, in my opinion. In my opinion. I think it is, but for the looks that I can smell people giving me,
I can understand why you say it. I can understand it, and I can understand why that's your favorite one.
I think shock value for Infinity War beats out.
Yeah.
I did not have a strong like emotional reaction to any of these movies. Like in Infinity War, I was like, "Oh, that sucks. They turned that kid to fucking brown sugar." Like
you don't know the kid. The whole reason that you have an emotional connection.
Spider-Man.
Oh, Spider-Man. Well, you know he's gonna fucking come back.
I'm
not killing off Spider-Man. Are you serious? Did you think they were gonna fully kill off Spider-Man?
No. Because at that point it was only shown in like 2 or 3 movies, right?
Exactly.
Or yeah.
So fucking.
This guy loves to like not understand what I'm saying.
What are you
I cried watching Guardians of the Galaxy 3. The rest of these movies, the greatest emotional reaction they got out of me was, that's sick. I like that.
So you're not a human. You know what I mean? Like you didn't
like
have any feeling. Cool. You didn't have any feeling when Iron Man. Sorry for spoiler. Iron Man dies in Endgame.
I already know.
Not as much as I did when I was watching Guardians of the Galaxy 3. I was like obviously I was like upset.
He cried over fucking CGI animals
I
knew
did.
for 20 minutes.
Yeah. Dead ass.
And not Iron Man.
Mm-hmm.
You're hearing this?
Mm-hmm.
Unfortunately. Okay, so we got never saw this, but I heard it's buns. Deadpool Wolverine. This is like peak cinema.
I fucking love it.
I think it's like
cinema, he puts it in here. Huh?
I think.
That's right, yeah.
Well, you like freaking Dark World and Captain Marvel and Hulk better than Quantumania.
Over Quantumania.
Yeah.
Brave New World. I think it got a little too much hate. I think it's like higher end of B. Like I put it like here. So we're not ranking these, but if we did, it would have to be poop,
Peak.
This was like it was just like all right. This was really good.
Yeah.
This was I didn't think it was as good as you thought. I would put it at A.
WandaVision, that was pretty hype.
Don't even know what one final watch is. I got all along. The idea just seems buns to me. I'm gonna put it at E. Echo, I heard is. I don't even remember who this person is. Loki is like peak cinema, bro. Apparently this should have never existed.
What was that, Invasion?
Secret Invasion. Guardians Holiday Special was pretty fun. Werewolf by Night. Never heard of it. I heard it wasn't bad, so I think there. And I heard Daredevil Born Again is like super awesome and epic. One final watch. I'm just gonna put it there. I have no idea what it is. Oh wait, that's What If.
What If? What If? I liked What If.
What If?
They focused way too much on Captain Britain or whatever her name is, bro. Like every season, every season, it's infinite possibilities, and for some reason she's in every episode.
You know, that's fair enough. Though my one memory from it is the zombies episode though.
That was good. That was really good. That was really good. That's gonna bump it up to a C for me. Bro. All right, that's the only correct ranking.
The list isn't valid. Multiverse of Madness is too high.
So he wasn't supposed to be in the video originally, so he's just wrong.
It's not even in our fucking class.
Yeah. So yeah, that's the video. Thank you guys. We're late for class. We gotta go, and we'll see you probably never again. I probably don't think I'm gonna post on this channel anymore. So.